Your host Rob. This video we're going to discuss the Super Bowl spot for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Okay guys, welcome back. So The Amazing Spider-Man 2, we've kind of been saturated with this, and the Super Bowl spot, yes, did show a couple of new scenes, but for the most part, we saw a lot of what they showed. We saw the Sinister Six doors coming up in this one as we did before. We still see the mysterious figure with the hat and the trench coat that we saw at the very end of the first movie, who to this day I'm still kind of predicting that that's Mysterio, but we'll see what happens. And the reason I predict that is because Norman Osborn still seems to be sick. Harry Osborn seems to have taken the Goblin role. We see Rhino in his big mech, which I love. I love that element. And of course, Jamie Foxx as Electro, which is going to be phenomenal. Such a great actor, and I think he's going to really embrace that role. And I think he's going to steal the show. One of the scenes that they showed that was relatively new was him saving Gwen Stacy. A couple of scenes with him fighting the Goblin. And, you know, I guess what I'm curious about at this point is whether or not he's going to have to face these three enemies at the same time, and I'm guessing that that might be the case at some point. Probably something they're not going to show because they don't want to give that portion of it away, but I think he's going to probably have a solo encounter with all three enemies and then have to fight all three of them at some point, either back to back to back or at the same time. I think it's looking to me like this movie is going to take a very Empire Strikes Back type of element, where I think Spidey in the end is going to lose or run off and lick his wounds, and then the third one come back. And, you know, I got to be honest, I don't know how he's going to take on three enemies, let alone six, because they did confirm that they're doing the Sinister Six. They also spoke, I think it was confirmed that they're going to do a Venom movie standalone. I don't know how he's going to do it. I really don't. Unless there's another superhero that gets involved. And some people are saying the Black Cat, but I can't see that. Like, the rumor is that she's in this movie, but I don't know if that's enough. I mean, there's got to be some superhero that they're going to bring in that he can team with. I don't know if Sony has rights to any other superheroes, but if they have the Spider-Man universe, they more or less have access to a lot of superheroes, because a lot of superheroes have been in Spider-Man comics. You know, Wolverine, a couple of the Avengers, even X-Force. A little after X-Force came about, they were involved with Spider-Man for a little while. So he has dabbled in many portions of the Marvel universe, and I just can't see him taking on three enemies by himself. In terms of the Super Bowl spot, like I said, there wasn't really a lot that we haven't seen. Just, you know, a couple of, you know, obviously they showed Doc Ock's tentacles again. They showed that whole scene. You know, they a little bit more of the Goblin. I saw a couple of new shots of the Goblin, but they were very brief. Obviously, like I said, the shot with Gwen Stacy and him saving her, and her dangling by one of his webs. That's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. The Rhino in his mech, Electro. I mean, they you know, we've more or less seen everything. I don't think there's much more they can show without giving away the movie at this point. They have really saturated the market with promoting the movie, which is kind of weird because I think the movie speaks for itself. I mean, people love Spider-Man, and the first movie was very good. I liked it. I don't try and get into the whole debate of which one I like better. I think while it's the same character, they're told in a different way, and I like both of them, and that's pretty much it. But I think this one is going to be a huge step up, because the Lizard was somewhat of a weak villain. At least they portrayed him that way. But I think this one is going to be a step up from the first one in a big way. I'm looking forward more than anything. Jamie Foxx is what I'm looking forward to, because he's such a good actor. I think he's going to have fun with this. I think he's going to have so much fun with this role, and I think he's going to steal the show. That's my opinion. But I think for the most part, there's going to be a lot of shrouded mystery in this movie that we haven't seen. Even though we've seen a lot in terms of footage, I think in terms of story, we're going to see a lot of development in what's to come in the Spider-Man universe. We got some hints of that during the trailer when, you know, there's a scene in the last trailer where you could see Venom's name on a list, and Harry's talking about basically how they've been observing different people and observing Peter as well. So, you know, and then there's a story about his father. So I think as much as they're showing, there's still a lot that we don't know about. And I think that's what's going to make the movie exciting. And I think that's what's going to make it compelling. And we'll see what happens. You know, April and May is going to be a fantastic time to be at the movies. We're not that far from it now. We're already in February. A couple of good movies coming out soon. And then we're going to hit the ground running in April with Captain America. And then taking us right into May, where we got Spider-Man, Godzilla, and the X-Men. So let's see what happens, guys. Anyway, that's it for this video. Spider-Man, we pretty much know everything. there is to know in terms of what we've seen. And man, it's exciting. Very, very exciting time to be at the movies. So I can't wait. Just a couple more months and we have a lot of good stuff to go out and watch. Anyway, guys, take it easy and I'll see you next video. Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. I'm your host, Rob. This video, we're going to discuss the Super Bowl spot for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Okay guys, welcome back. So The Amazing Spider-Man 2, we've kind of been saturated with this, and the Super Bowl spot, yes, did show a couple of new scenes, but for the most part, we saw a lot of what they showed. We saw the Sinister Six doors coming up in this one as we did before. We still see the mysterious figure with the hat and the trench coat that we saw at the very end of the first movie.